Well, welcome to Waterworld. My name is Chris. Thanks for tuning in. This is Three Things on Thursdays. That's right, I'm going to be talking about three things that I've been reading, watching, and listening to this past week. And to start off, I've been staying up really late watching the Olympics because, the Olympics. And because of that, I've been staying up until like 2. Last night I didn't go to bed until almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And also, I was heartbroken because the women were so close. It was a rough game against Canada last night, but they got silver, so woo! But because I've been going to bed super late, when I wake up in the morning and I work, I usually listen to music as I work because I just like having music going. It's a thing. I grew up with music all the time. Another story. But when I'm tired, I don't want to be listening to like hard rock, heavy metal, any of that stuff. Instead, I've been strolling back through memory lanes of indie music, and I've been listening to a lot of indie music and remembering college fondly. Oh. But I put 3 songs from my recent escapades on my playlist, which you can find going to my website, which is beacons.ai/I'mChrisTall. It's linked in the comment, or it's in my bio, or it's all the places, I'm sure. You can listen to it directly on my website, or you can just click through and go straight to Spotify and listen to it there. But the three bands that I put onto my Three Things playlist are Blitzen Trapper, Beck, and the Shins, because the Shins will change your life, man. So go listen, vibe out, have a good time, and enjoy that. The thing that I watched this week was part 1 of the new Masters of the Universe Revelation series that's produced by Kevin Smith. Yes, it does have Mark Hamill voicing Skeletor. Yes, he is fantastic. No, he doesn't yell, "Curse you, HeMan!" There's none of that, but it's incredible. He is such a good voice actor. If you didn't know, he did Joker in the original Batman animated series. Woo! Talking about milestone, like just insane talent. But he came back to voice acting because he wasn't going to, and he did Skeletor, and it's totally worth it. The series is great. It's campy. It's cheesy. It assumes you know who He-Man is. So if you've never watched He-Man ever, A, why? And B, you might be confused a little bit. They explain enough, but there's a lot of stuff that if you don't know He-Man already, you're going to be like, I don't get that. And that's okay. It still is an entertaining show. It's only 5 episodes in the first part. And then the second part is 5 episodes, and those will be coming, and I'll be watching those soon. It was really entertaining. I had a lot of fun. I was like, this is super entertaining. Look, it's He-Man, and it's Skeletor. I like Skeletor better. I have a thing with villains, okay? Speaking of villains, the book that I read this week, did you like that transition? Smooth. Was this one. It was 0 Year. It takes place in the world of Batman. It was actually a tie-in that happened with 12 issues in between Batman 24 and 25. The tie-ins are really what make this book cool. What they did is they're telling a story of this giant, massive storm, kind of like the one we're having right now in Ohio, where it's just going to be insane rain and wind, and it's going to destroy the city. And there's a huge blackout. And in the midst of the blackout, it then goes into all the tie-in issues. And so you see what the blackout has to do and what the effect is on all the other characters in the Batverse. And that's really why I love Batman, because I love Nightwing, I love Robin, I love all the Robins really, but specifically Damian Wayne and Dick Grayson. But I like the villains too, and so you get to see a lot of what's happening all across the city of Gotham with all of these other characters as the issues unfold, and there's tie-ins, and the Green Arrow shows up, which is great because I love Green Arrow. And it's a really well thought out and smart way to tell a story, because it's not just like here's the beginning and here's the end, figure it out. It's like no, here's this thing and here's all of these things under it that are happening, and through it you get a bigger understanding of what the impact is of this blackout and this impending storm. And I just think that's super smart and really well thought out. And the fact that they use all these different other series to tie into it with all these other writers and creative teams is so well done, because somewhere the mastermind had to have had like the wall with all the strings and stuff, like here's how it's going to impact everything. At least that's how I picture it, and that's how I hope it happens at DC's headquarters. I don't know. But those are the 3 things that I've been reading, watching, and listening to this past week. I hope you stay dry, put on your raincoats before you go anywhere. And I'm just going to float down the river and out of the frame. Bye.